Welcome all of you to the chemistry online classes. So, in our last class we have discussed regarding the quantum mechanical model. So, in today's class we want to discuss very important concept. Those are the terms which are very important that you need to know. This is the basic concept. Okay. So, let us go for this one. So, here we have the two terms, one is orbit and one more is orbital. So, both orbit and orbitals are different, both orbit as well as orbital is different. Do not get confused, both are same only, no, both are having their own different ways of explaining the concept. So, let us discuss what are the difference between orbit and orbital. See here, orbit and orbital difference. Okay. So, orbit, what is an orbit? Orbit is the pathway, it is the circular pathway where the electron will going to revolve around the nucleus. So, already according to the Bohr's atomic model, this is the positively charged nucleus and the electrons will going to revolve around it in a circular pathway, yes or no? The electrons will going to revolve around it in a circular pathway, and this circular pathway is what we called as orbit. So, what is an orbit? Orbit is nothing but it is the circular path around the nucleus where the electrons revolve. Are you getting? So, it is the circular path around the nucleus where the electrons are revolving. Whereas, orbital, what is an orbital? Orbital is the three-dimensional region around the nucleus. It is the three-dimensional region around the nucleus where the maximum probability of finding the electron is possible. Are you getting my point? So, see here, orbital is the three-dimensional region around the nucleus where maximum probability of finding electron occurs. So, here whatever the region around the nucleus, this is the region, this is the orbital, while this one is the orbit. Orbit is the circular path where the electron revolve around the nucleus, while orbital is the three-dimensional region. It is the three-dimensional region around the nucleus where there is a probability of finding the electron is possible. Okay. So, these are the first difference between the orbit and orbital, and it is the circular, it is, orbit is circular, while it has the, orbital has different shapes. For example, S orbital has spherical, S orbital is spherical in shape, while P is dumbbell. So, the second difference is orbit is circular, while orbital is having the different shapes. It is having the different shapes. It may be having the spherical shape or it may be having the dumbbell shape. So, it is having the different shapes. And the third one is here, the maximum number of the electrons in an orbit is, can be calculated by 2n square. Maximum number of electrons in orbit is 2n square. Okay. So, here by applying the 2n square formula, you can able to find out how many electrons are present in an orbit, but the maximum number of electrons in orbital is 2. the maximum number of electrons in an orbital is 2, while in case of the orbit it is 2n square. And here the exact position and momentum of electron calculated at the same time. Here the exact position and the moment of a electron can be calculated in case of the orbit, but it is not possible here. It is not possible. It is not possible to find out the exact position and momentum of a electron at the same time in case of the orbital. I have written here shortly, but you have to write it in the full format. It is not possible to determine the exact position and momentum of an electron at the same time in case of the orbital. So, these are the difference between orbit and orbital. So, this is the concept, very important concept. So, what is orbit? Orbit is the circular path where the electron revolve around the nucleus, while orbital is the three-dimensional space or the region around the nucleus where there is a probability of finding electrons is possible. Clear? This is the first point. And the second point, orbit, it is circular in its pathway. It is circular, it is having the circular shape, while the orbital is having the different shapes. It may be depending upon the orbital. If it is a S orbital, it is having the spherical shape. If it is P, it is having the dumbbell shape. So, the shape is different in case of the orbitals, but in case of the orbit, it is circular. And then the maximum number of the electrons in an orbit is 2n square. So, how to find out that I will explain you. The maximum number of the electrons in case of the orbit is 2n square, while the maximum number of the electrons in the orbital is only 2 electrons. It is possible only 2 electrons can accommodate in an orbital. So, this is the third point, and in case of the orbit, it is possible to find out the exact position and the exact momentum of an electron at the same time. In case of the orbital, it is not possible to find out the exact position as well as the momentum of a electron. I hope so it is clear for you people. So, this is the difference between orbit and orbital. I hope so it is clear. Sometimes they are going to ask you write the difference between orbit and orbital for 2 marks. Okay. So, it is necessary you need to remember all these 4 points according to your examination point of view. So, let us discuss regarding the one of the important terms while writing. What we can say, this is the basic idea regarding the how the electron will going to be accommodate around the nucleus, that we are going to study. So, the next concept is cells, subcells and orbitals. So, already you have idea regarding the cells, yes or no? So, according to the Bohr's theory, an atom is having the nucleus where the electrons revolve around the circular pathway. These circular pathways are called as orbits or cells. See here, suppose this is the nucleus which is positively charged around the nucleus. This is the first cell where n is equals to 1. Okay. And this is the second cell. Here n is equals to 2, and this is the third. N represents its order from the nucleus, the orbit's order from the nucleus. Okay. And the first orbit is called as K shell, and the second one is called as L shell, and the third one is M, and here it is N cell. Are you getting? So, the circular pathways around the nucleus, those are said to be a cells. So, how many cells are there? 4 cells. It means, and so on we can take. For your understanding the concept, mainly we are going to divide K cell, L cell, M shell, N shell. Okay, and the value of the n, that is the number of the orbit. This is the first orbit K, and this is the second orbit, n is equals to 2. Here it is third one, n is equals to 3. Here it is fourth one, n is equals to 4. Okay, and this is regarding the cells. Now, the cells consisting of the subcells. The cells consisting of the subcells. See here. This K cell consisting of the subcell S. Okay, it consisting of the one subcell, that is S. K cell consisting of the one subcell S, and L cell consisting of the two subcells, those are S and P. Those are S and P. While M cell consisting of the three subcells, that is S, P, D. Okay, and then N cell consisting of the S, P, D, F. And this, what are the terms according to the spectroscopy? The terms S, P, D, F represent sharp, principal, diffuse, like that terms, and fundamental. So, all these are the terms, that is SPDF term is utilized with the help of the spectroscopy, or these are used by the help of the spectroscopy. The term SPDF indicates what? Sharp, principal, diffuse and fundamental. These are the indications for the SPDF. Okay. So, the cells consisting of the subcells, the K cell consisting of the subcell S, and L cell consisting of the S and P, and M consisting of the SPD, N consisting of the SPDF subcells. Okay. So, this is regarding the subcell. So, let us go for the orbitals, because we have finished cells and subcells. Let us go for the orbitals. See here, the subcells consisting of the orbitals. First, cells consisting of the subcell. Now, this subcell consisting of the orbitals. These subcells consisting of the orbitals. So, whenever the subcells, see here, subcells consisting of orbitals. Okay. When these subcells are under the influence of the magnetic field, when the subcells are under the influence of the magnetic field, they are going to give different orientations in the space, different arrangement or different orientation in the space. Each of the orientation is called as orbital. Okay. When the subcells are subjected magnetic field, when the subcells are subjected to the magnetic field, there is a different orientations occurs in the space. Each orientation called as orbital. Each orientation is called as orbital. So, subcell consisting of the orbital, when these subcells are under the influence or those are concerned with the magnetic field, they orient in the space. The different orientations are shown by the subcells. Each orientation is called as orbital. And then S subcell has one orbital, that is S orbital, that is S orbital. P subcell has three orbitals, that is 3p orbitals, that is px, py, pz. P subcell has the 3 orbital, that is 3p orbitals, and then those are px, py, pz. D subcell has 5 orbitals, that is 5 d orbitals, dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square and dz square, while F subcell has 7 F orbitals, 7 F orbitals. See here, cells consisting of the subcell, subcell consisting of the orbital, S subcell consisting of the S orbital, P subcell consisting of the 3p orbitals, that is D subcell consisting of the 5d orbitals, and then F subcell has the 7f orbitals. It means the subcells are having the orbitals. So, only S orbital is 1, while 3 orbitals are px, py, pz, and then D orbital has the dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square, and F has the 7 orbitals. So, let us review once again what are the concepts. See here, first of all you need to remember the difference between the, or you need to understand what is the difference between orbit and orbital. So, orbit is the circular path where the electron revolves around the nucleus, while orbital is the 3-dimensional region around the nucleus where there is a maximum probability of finding the electron is possible. And in case of the orbit it is circular, while orbital is having the different shapes, orbital is having the different shapes, and here it is possible to get maximum 2n square electrons, while here it is to get maximum 2 electrons, and then here it is possible to what we can say, find out the exact position and momentum of an electron at the same time, but here it is not possible to calculate the exact position and momentum of the electron at the same time. Okay. So, this is the difference between orbit and orbital. So, let us discuss regarding the cells, subcells and orbitals. So, what are cells, or these are the energy levels? Cells are the circular pathways around the nucleus. So, as you know, suppose this is the nucleus and these are the orbits where the electrons are revolving. And here it is n is equals to 1, there are 4 cells K, L, M, N and so on, and for your understanding purpose we are taking K, L, M, N, and then if K cell is, its n value is 1 because it is the first orbit, it is the first orbit, number of the orbit. So, here if the value of the n is 1, that is K cell, if the value of n is 2, L cell, value of n is 3, M, N, 4 means N and so on, etc. Okay. So, this is the idea regarding the cells. Now, the cells are consisting of the subcell, cells consisting of the subcell. So, which are those subcells here? So, you know that these are the K cell, L cell, M cell and so on, and this K cell consisting of the subcell S, okay, and then L cell consisting of the subcell S and P, and then M cell consisting of the subcell SPD and N cell consisting of the SPDF, and these SPDF terms are from the spectroscopic terms, that is sharp, principal, diffuse and then fundamental. Okay. And then now these subcell further consisting of the orbitals. So, when the subcells are associated with the magnetic field, under the influence of the magnetic field, these subcell orient, the different orientations are shown by the subcells, and these orientations are called as orbitals. Okay. So, the subcells consisting of the orbitals, when the subcells are subjected to the magnetic field, the different orientations occurs in the space. Each orientation is called as orbital. And then this S subcell has one orbital, that is S orbital. P subcell has the 3 orbitals, that is 3p orbitals. 3p orbitals, which are those 3? Px, Py, Pz. Why that is Px, why that is Py, why that is Pz means that is oriented along the that x, y, z axis, and S orbital is spherical in shape. P orbital is dumbbell. P orbital is dumbbell in shape, while D subcell has the 5 orbitals, that is 5d orbitals, which are those dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square. These are having the double dumbbell shape. These are having the double dumbbell shape. And lastly, F cell has the 7 f orbitals, and the shape of the f orbital is complex. Shape of the f orbital is complex. See here in your examination sometimes what is the shape of the s orbital? Spherical, and the shape of the p orbital is dumbbell, shape of the d orbital is double dumbbell, and shape of the f orbital is complex. Okay, keep in mind, and in one more class we will discuss regarding that also, how those are oriented and everything. So, now you need to know what is an cell, what is a subcell, what is the orbital. And one more point here only I will explain. As you know, you might be learnt in your SSLC class, that is writing the electronic configuration. For example, you can take, so carbon 6, 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, yes or no? How you are taking the value of the 2 for the s, 1s2, you are substituting 2 only for this s orbital. Why I can't write 1s3? Because it is wrong. See here, the capacity of the s orbital, it can maximum s subcell, it can occupy only 2 electrons. We can accommodate only 2 electrons for this, while in case of this s also 2 and p means 6, d means 10 electron. We can substitute the here 6 electron, here 2 electron. In case of TF you can substitute 14 electrons. In case of TF you can substitute 14 electron. It means suppose I am writing the hydrogen, helium atomic number is 2. I want to write the electronic configuration. You know energy level 1s. I am substituting here 1s2 only. Why I am taking 2 only? Because the capacity of this s orbit is to take only 2 electrons. If I am writing maximum p orbital or p subcell, you can able to substitute here 6 electron maximum, not 7, only 6. D means 10, F means 14. This is maximum I am talking. Minimum you can go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, but maximum only 6 for P. Similarly, 10 for D, 14 for F, and then 2 for the S. This also you need to remember, because while writing the electronic configuration, this is very important. So, this is regarding the, in today's class we have discussed regarding the cells, subcells, orbitals. Why am I explaining all these basic terms? Because in next class we are discussing about the quantum numbers. So, that is very important concept. In order to know that concept in your examination, definitely a 4-mark question will be asked on the quantum numbers. Define quantum numbers and explain regarding the quantum numbers, a direct question. Or what are quantum numbers and explain regarding the quantum numbers. So, all those quantum number concept depends upon all these basic terms. That is why we have covered all these points. So, quantum numbers, very important concept and very interesting concept that we are going to learn in our next class. Until that, you can watch this video and you can get the clear idea for the value of the n and the names of the cells and which cell consisting of the which subcell and how the subcell is connected with the orbital and how many orbitals are there for each subcell. For example, S is having only one orbital, that is S orbital, but P is having the 3p orbitals, which are those px, py, pz, and D subcell has the 5d orbitals, which are those dxy, dyz, dzx, dx square minus y square, dz square. Similarly, you need to know every concept or every term which are interconnected with each other, because cell consisting of the subcell, subcell consisting of the orbitals. So, like this the concepts are depending upon one term, each term is dependent on the another term. So, this is regarding the orbit, this is regarding the orbitals. So, I hope so this concept is clear for you people. If you have any doubts, you can contact me, and if you are not getting anything, just to watch the video one more time, definitely will get the idea. Until that, keep watching the video. Further concept we will continue in our next class. Thank you.